According to NASA, human activity generates 100 times more carbon dioxide than volcanic eruptions on the planet. Europe's most active volcano has put on a spectacular fiery display, and experts predict this is just the beginning. Tourists have flocked to witness molten lava spewing from Mount Etna, a stratovolcano located on Sicily's east coast.
Sì, poi ha ripreso un po'.
Allora è finita, perché qui c'è l'Etna che sta scoppiando, devo tornare.
As the eruption enters its 7th consecutive day, thick plumes of black smoke continue to cause travel disruptions in the region, delaying dozens of flights at Catania Fontanarossa Airport and temporarily suspending arrivals. However, despite the immense power Etna displays, the environmental consequences of its eruptions are not necessarily as extensive or severe as they might appear. For one thing, this type of activity is nothing unusual for Etna. The volcano erupts several times a year, and sometimes even multiple times a month. In fact, it erupted as recently as late July. Sicily's iconic volcano is among the most active in the world and has produced more than 70 paroxysmal eruptions in the last 6 years. Giorgio Costa, a doctoral student in the Department of Biological, Geological, and Environmental Sciences at the University of Catania, told Euronews Earth. These intense eruptive episodes can propel lava fountains hundreds of meters into the air and send ash clouds kilometers high. Such eruptions typically last for several hours. In reality, the current volcanic activity is completely normal, said Costa. Volcanic eruptions release a mixture of debris and emissions into the air. The most obvious component is ash. But volcanoes also emit carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, as well as small amounts of hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen chloride, and hydrogen fluoride. This might make Etna's frequent eruptions appear to be a potential environmental disaster, but the reality is far more complex. The U.S. Geological Survey explains that gases like sulfur dioxide can cause global cooling, while carbon dioxide has the potential to trigger global warming. However, the impact is minimal. NASA states that human activity produces 100 times more carbon dioxide than all the volcanic eruptions on the planet combined. Furthermore, climate change itself does not influence eruptions. There is no correlation between meteorological events, including climate change, and Earth's volcanic or tectonic activity. Costa said. The main issue currently associated with Etna's eruptions concerns the fallout of pyroclastic material, mostly ash and small lapilli, which can be carried by the wind onto the slopes. Lapilli are small rock fragments, typically ranging from 2 to 64 millimeters in size. Costa explained that while ash and small lapilli are not inherently dangerous to human health, they can become hazardous when the fine particles generated by the ash are lofted into the air. Inhaling large amounts of this material is certainly unhealthy for the respiratory system, so the use of masks is highly recommended, he added. This can also pose serious problems for aircraft. If an aircraft flies through an ash cloud, the particles can enter its engines, where they may melt and damage components, in some cases causing a loss of engine power. This is why ash in the airspace around Etna can force the closure of Catania Airport. The airport is currently closed until 2 a.m. Saturday, and hundreds of flights have been canceled or diverted over the past week.